Hello, and welcome to another episode of MFS US Connects, where we bring you the interviews and service and program providers relevant to your Outcan posting. I will be your host for this episode. My name is Melissa Hartzenberg, and I'm the Military Family Services Coordinator at Tinker Air Force Base, located in Oklahoma. Today's guest is our PSP, or Personal Support Program, Outcan Coordinator, Mr. Todd Circa. Today, Todd will be sharing with us the services, resources, and supports that PSP is able to offer our members and their families while they're posted Outcan in the United States. Thank you so much for joining us today, Todd.
Melissa, it's my pleasure, and thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to all the spouses, and really, I want to just give a big shout out to you and all the other spouses for all the sacrifice and the commitment that you make to really help our CAF members do some of the stuff they're asked to do. So again, thank you very much, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be a great pleasure to have you here with us today. So to get started, could you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with PSP maybe, and how you got started working with them?
Yeah, sure. So I'm located in Ottawa. I'm building a new home. So as you can see, maybe a little bit of the background of we're building on a vacant lot, and it's a nice rural setting in the South Dundas County, which if anyone familiar with Ottawa, they know it's about 45 minutes south of Ottawa. I'm building it with my wife. My daughter just completed a master's program at UT. And we're ready to move her to her new place, and let the two of us kind of get our kind of pre-COVID lives back to normal.
Yes.
But as far as my work background is concerned, I worked as a personal trainer, like a lot of PSP staff. You get finished your formal education. I've got a phys ed degree, and after I graduated, I basically worked in the fitness field for several years as a trainer, and then I responded to a job opening at CFE Borden, and basically that's when it all started. So I started back at CFE Borden, and I worked as a fitness instructor, like again most PSP staff, at least most PSP fitness staff start off as fitness instructors, and I did that for about a year before moving on to the National Training Center, where I stayed for about 4 years, and I really liked that job. I taught a lot of courses, did quite a bit of traveling within Canada, and did a lot of hands-on stuff with the military members. So I did that for about 4 years, and then I really loved working on a base. It was so cool. We had a PMQ, my wife and daughter and I, and I guess kind of felt part of the military community, and I really liked the camaraderie and the amenities that we had on base. And then I had an opportunity to get this Outcan position in Ottawa, and I jumped on it because I love to travel, and I really wanted to get more be hands-on with basically our members, our clients, and Outcan is a great way of doing that. So I've been with Outcan for about 11 years. Let's swat a couple of mosquitoes here. Been with Outcan for about 11 years, and like I said, my job consists of a lot of travel around the U.S., sometimes overseas. But when I'm not traveling, I work closely with the VCDS headquarters as well as PSP headquarters.
Amazing. So my next question to you is a little bit more about that role as the PSP Outcan coordinator. What do you do in that role? What does it consist of working with the Outcan families?
Yeah, well, Outcan's so cool. It's such a diverse role. I do a lot of a little bit of a lot, I guess. My main mandate when I started this job, and I started it just after the actual position was created. The mandate back then, and I guess still the priority is to provide morale and welfare support to the CAF member, but really it's evolved a lot since then. So I really have opened it up to the entire Outcan community, and it's around the world. So I'm basically responsible for any Outcan member that's not supported by Formation Europe. And so that is, the United States, all the other continents, including some of those that are actually in Europe. But you got, Asia, the Middle East, South America, Australia, all that kind of stuff. So I basically provide resources to CAF members and their families to basically help them lead healthier lives. Um, and this support includes fitness, sports, recreation, health promotion. I provide fitness training equipment to embassy mini gyms around the world. I offer personal training programs. I work with the chain of command to make them aware of any fitness related policy that they should be aware of. I'm also the liaison between between other sections, such as health promotion. So we do a fair bit of work with health promotion with Outcan. That's just it's a kind of a new collaboration which I've started over the last couple of years. But a big part of my job really involves traveling throughout the U.S. to conduct force evaluations. So that's kind of where people see me mostly, is the guy testing him or her doing their force evaluations. So they're sprinting and they're carrying the sandbags and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what I spend a lot of my time doing. I do. I'm away quite a bit. I'm away usually 2 weeks out of every month, at least a few of those days every other week, conducting testing and providing fitness services while I'm away. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've got PSP staff that volunteer to help me with some of the travel because I can't be everywhere at the same time. So it's kind of great to have other PSP staff that I get to work with on a regular basis, and I work really closely with my colleagues in Formation Europe to come up with resources, share ideas, and in addition, I guess the final piece is I'm part of the PSP headquarters team. So Outcan's not my only responsibility; it's my main responsibility. But I still help with assisting implementing national fitness policies and programs that apply to all CAF members. So not just Outcan, but to everybody. So right now we're putting together new testing kits for our force tests, and I'm helping doing some of the testing and putting those kits together as well. So
it's amazing. Such a wide variety of different things you do within your job. It's really great to see that. So probably within our Outcan US communities, we are used to seeing you come down and do those force tests with our members. But maybe we could talk a little bit more, because there are so many different initiatives that you have going for the families. Maybe we could talk a little bit about that. And you talked a little bit, you mentioned, the different fitness programs and resource sharing and health promotion partnerships and stuff like that. Could we take some time and just maybe delve a little into what some of that looks like for our family members, our dependents of our Outcan members?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, when I'm not traveling, I also I deliver a range of support measures to help basically everybody stay fair, right? So not just a CAF member, but to families as well. So I guess one of my main challenges, I suppose, is communication, right? Mm-hmm. I've got, whether it be in the US, Western time zones, up in Alaska, Hawaii, or overseas, it's a challenge to communicate, right? To stay connected with Outcan members and their families. So that's one of my challenges, and one of the obstacles I have to overcome is how to connect, how to communicate, how to make sure people are understand or are aware of what programs and services are available. So one way I've done this specifically, and again, it applies to not only the CAF member or the family, because really there's very little that I offer to only CAF members. So I mean, except for maybe force evaluations, pretty much everything that I offer is also open to the family. So it's very open. It's very, I think, welcoming, and I really encourage families to take advantage of the support, right? So one of the things I offer is an Outcan newsletter. So the Outcan newsletter is it's called the Ops Fit newsletter, which stands for Outcan Personnel Staying Fit. And it includes a lot of interesting information, including articles and pictures of Outcan members and their families engaged in healthy activities. It's got a lot of kind of articles, and there's monthly fitness challenges. There's an Outcan Spouses Staying Active section. So specifically for the spouses, I like to profile a spouse or two that are really taking advantage of their new location, the new environment, to stay active. So Um, this we've got a couple. I've got one this month, and last month we had, or not, sorry, last month, but the last issue, had a member in Hawaii that took up hula dance lessons, right?
Wow.
And I think that, how cool is that? That's just so, it's just such a great example of, you move to a location you'd never be in Ottawa or Cold Lake or whatever and take hula lessons. It's just kind of cool. So I like to profile that kind of stuff. And yeah, I also have a member profile. So every quarter I profile a member from one of the different support units. And actually this issue, which is coming out in June, so probably in a few days, I think we're on schedule for the publication, is actually a profile of an Outcan spouse, Natalka Bergeron from Whidbey Island. So
Very
that would
nice.
be kind of cool to see what what she does. But I guess a big thing is, since the pandemic forced us to work from home, I've created an Outcan fitness Facebook page, as well as a new fitness at home section on the Outcan Calf Connection site, which has links to the monthly challenges and the Facebook page itself. The Facebook page has lots of daily workouts, which are open to spouses and the calf member. There's dozens of on-demand workouts available to everyone that has like either no or very limited, minimal equipment to use. Everything from body strength training to aerobic training, interval training, all that kind of stuff in between. I also offer individual fitness training programs. So, and also any kind of advice. So if anyone's interested, I've got members calling me up saying, I want to run a marathon, or I want to do, I just want to hike, to the mountains, and I'd like to know what I need to do to basically help myself prepare for it, right? So I can help them. I can give them the program. I can give them some evidence-based feedback regarding how to pack carry your ruck properly, or how to pack, or whatever, right? There's lots of different kind of stuff that I can offer. Yeah, I've teamed up with Health Promotions since the start of the pandemic, and they've been awesome. They've been so great, because really Health Promotion is another section of PSP, but really they have no benefit, I suppose, in with Outcan. They're strictly an in-can organization, but they've been super helpful with providing staff to do presentations, clinics. We've had Carissa McKay from Edmonton hosting cooking classes, which are awesome, which are so cool. And we have put on hold for the summer, just to give people a chance to get outside and enjoy the outdoors, but which will be starting up again in the fall.
That's great.
So yeah, Health Promotion has been so super cool.
Yes.
with that. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, initially I started off as with just military, but I've reached out to the spouses, and now basically I offer pretty much everything to the spouses that I do to the military.
It's fantastic. It's so nice to see, because I know personally I've been on some of those health promotions webinars and presentations and stuff, and it's so nice to see the ability for the spouses or the dependents of whatever sort to be able to get involved and to take part in that healthy lifestyle that they can grow while they're here in the US specifically. I know they've had some really good ones on nutrition that I managed to check out and stuff like that. And it's just a fantastic connection for our Outcan families, for sure. So when we were preparing, you and I were talking, and we talked a little bit about the different things that we can do. So, I mean, definitely the spouses as dependents, but we also talked a little bit about what about the kids, what about the youth, and how they can get involved, and what types of things you can do to support our younger people who are living here in different U.S. locations. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So again, like I said, I started out with just supporting the CAF member, right, the military member, and it just kind of branched out with that. So, and the reason I kind of started on my own, and then I discovered MFS, right? I never, sometimes PSP or sometimes CFMWS we're kind of like working silos. We don't really look outside too much. But then, I met I met Jennifer Paul when I was in Rome, New York, doing some testing, and we kind of like, yeah, I just kind of discovered, hey, MFS US, they support spouses and their families, and I'm trying to reach out to spouses and families, so let's collaborate, let's get together, right? So it's really been last probably 6 years where I've really started to do that. So as a result of that, I've and just recently, again, kind of pandemic related, but I've started a recreation program, and I think the recreation program is going to be really, it's a really great way to engage not only the cast member but his or her family as well, because basically recreation, everybody needs to, needs downtime, needs some active, I mean, it doesn't even have to be active, right? Just sitting outdoors, enjoying sunshine, getting fresh air, sitting in the, walking to the forest, just enjoying your environment, right? And connecting with nature is such a great mental health benefit to that. So I'm really excited about the recreation program that I'm starting up, because it's really going to apply to all the CAF, right? So all the families and the kids as well, because you work as a family, right? I mean, you can do, anybody can go for a hike, right? You don't need anything special at all. You can go, you can push your kids in a buggy, or you all go together. There's so many things that you can do to get to as a family, and I'm really excited for that. So starting in June, so basically the next month, June is Recreation Month, is kind of the big recreation initiative, and I've started that. So there's going to be a couple of activities specifically for CAF members and their families. So there's going to be a wellness bingo, which is basically just an opportunity to fill in a bingo card for chance for prizes, and you're just doing wellness activities. So like I said, whether it be drinking, trying to get in your 2 liters of water every day, or taking the bike instead of your car to go run errands, or that kind of stuff, right? Stuff that we know we should be doing every day, but we don't because of convenience or whatever else. So that's how I'm also offering a NHL Stanley Cup playoff pool. So that's coming up for the June initiative. And what I'm really excited after that is I basically call them recreation kits. They're going to be basically kits that will be loaned out on for either 4 to 6 weeks duration. And it'll be something that the families or individuals can sign out, and just to help them explore, right? So for example, some of the kits include a bird watching kit where I'll have binoculars and a guidebook and a kind of a log book. Other things like stargazing kits. So you can, sit out in the outdoors at the evening, look up stars, try to determine the constellations. We'll have indoor gardening kits. We'll have bicycle repair kits. So these are all things that people can sign out. And the cool thing about it is that every kit, and anybody who've got children, generally it's kids 12 and under, I suppose. If you've got kids in that age group, and even maybe a little bit older, I guess 14-year-olds could probably get into it. There's going to be basically kind of what I call them, like a children's self-directed activity. So it's a little kit that kids can kind of do simple little things, right? It's like building things out of straws or something, or making just either, and they're not going to be structured so much. It's kind of like up to the child's imagination to create whatever they want. There may be some ideas like, hey, you can try this, but come up with your own idea, and then from there we'll encourage the kids to take a picture and put it onto our Facebook page.
Perfect.
And perhaps the MFS US Facebook page, so that we can kind of highlight some of the activities that the kids are doing. Some other things that I've done in the past, we've had a couple families record some family fitness, like family workouts, and those were a lot of fun too. Kids, kind of acting like they're movie stars on Facebook or YouTube, which is really, really cool. And then just any of the challenges, any of the initiatives are open to families as well, and I really encourage people to to participate and try them out. So one thing I am wanting to do as well with kids, probably again in the fall, is a kids cooking, some kind of a kids cooking program. So something maybe like your child's favorite sandwich, and they put that sandwich together, and they show other kids how to put the sandwich. So like 10 or 15 minutes short YouTube video on how to do that, and post that to our Facebook pages, right?
Yes.
And just to kind of get kids involved and give them something kind of fun to do, and kind of give them something of their own, right? That doesn't have to be led by their parents, right? The kids,
That's right.
this is your time to show your stuff, right? So
Yes, they
I'm
love
really
that.
yeah, I know exactly, right? So I'm really excited to do that. And not that I'm an expert in children education. I've my daughter's 23, so I have gone a good bit of experience, and not a lot of formal background in that, but I mean, we've all been kids at one time, right? So it's just kind of like getting back to that, and connecting with what kids enjoy, and what they need, really, right? It's
Definitely.
just more just unstructured play. I'm a
Play.
huge fan. Yeah, I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan on unstructured play.
Yeah.
Physical literacy is a huge interest in mine, and it's something that I'm learning about all the time. And I'd love to speak to families about that.
That's amazing. And that's what we need for our kids is that more of that unstructured play time because we seem to have lost that a little bit over the years. So it's a great way to do it. And especially in all these different locations that they're living in, there's so many unique things that they can check out, whether it's mountains or, um, different rivers and different ecosystems that they wouldn't necessarily even see in Canada. To be able to go out and explore that and, whether it be a structured or unstructured environment, it's such a unique possibility for our kids who are living in the United States right now.
It's just a great opportunity for kids to learn, right? I mean, um, I mean, obviously, your children, especially the high school ages, you pull them away from their friends and their
Mhm.
and their and their schools and stuff, and bring them to a different country. I mean, it's a huge cultural shock, I'm sure.
Yes.
Um, but you give them the opportunity to kind of learn their environment, and discover, and I mean, they grow with that, right? And they
They
just
do.
become better people in
Yeah,
general, and they come back to Canada with experiences that their friends will never get. And it's just such a cool opportunity. And
it really
I'm
is.
so jealous. I'm so jealous for you guys. I wish I had that opportunity, with my family.
Yeah, it's so true. I say to my own kids all the time, like, I was 18 before I ever left Canada for the first time. And I'm like, you guys have no idea how lucky you are to get to experience this lifestyle alongside, your military family member. So it's such a unique opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
So when we talk about like maybe older kids, like high school age and stuff like that, they want to try out for a soccer team or a football team or whatever the case may be. Um, Sports are such a big thing here in the US with their high school teams and stuff. Are there different offerings that you can work with a family of kids like that who maybe want to try out for a team and they've just come from Canada and they want to make sure that they're, up to standard or up to par, or they want to have a specific summertime regime so that they're ready when school starts back up or something like that. Is there something you do with those families?
Yeah. So, and that again, it's a kind of a new area. I really haven't done a lot with the youth, but it's something that I definitely, and I've noticed a lot during this lockdown, right? This COVID
Mhm.
craziness, is that as far as PSP is concerned, as far as Outcan is concerned, we really don't offer enough. I'd say we don't offer anything. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I don't want to speak for MFS, obviously, because MFS is their mandates more towards families. But as far as PSP is concerned, we're really, and even on a base, we don't do too much. The comm rec departments are the ones that deal with that support the families and younger children. But the way I see it is, in the past, I have done some training for kids 16 and older. So generally 16 and above, with parental consent. I have given programs, and I will continue to do so. For those that are younger, I mean, it really depends on the development of the child. I don't like to use age so much, but I like to use, like more the maturity
Mhm.
of the child. So whether it be both the social and the physical development of the child, that kind of indicates where I kind of step in. Um, Kids 12 and above, no issues at all with with them doing resistance training. With doing some kind of weight bearing exercise is a great way to help them develop. And I'm definitely open to available to offer kind of some kind of training programs, especially when it comes to sports specific. I've got a fair bit of background in sports specific training, and even though my general population is adults, you can always modify your programming to kids, right? So super happy to work with kids in that respect. But I generally say 16 and above, but even under that, up to as young as 12, um, and even younger than that. Like I said, I'd really like to talk and try to educate more on physical literacy and basically what it means to just teach your kids proper fundamental movement patterns so that they develop and that they become more confident with their bodies, because it's an awkward time for kids. To give them confidence and the self-esteem that they require to kind of move on and participate in sports, just because honestly some kids don't participate in sports because they just don't have the confidence, right? They don't have the self-esteem to go out there and try out for a team. But if you're given the opportunity to learn how to move properly, then you're head of the game there. So yeah, I'm totally open for doing that kind of stuff as far as a physical component. I mean, in the past I've done had an MFS US activity, like a family day in Washington, DC, and I created a kids obstacle course, which was kind of cool. We did a lot of crawling, we did like water guns, shooting balloon targets, and kind of cool stuff like that, right? And kids loved it. Yeah, they love that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, I'm being like mom and dad, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, that was kind of cool, right? So I really enjoy stuff. So anytime I'm at a location, so when I travel, I do offer to meet with the family. So whether it be like a lunch and learn, where I coordinate with someone like yourself, the MFS coordinator at a location, whether it be Tinker or Tyndall or Peterson or McDill or wherever it is, right? And then we do a little lunch and learn. I talk to them about usually a specific topic, but it's just an open it's an open time for questions and answers. And by that time, I do offer clinics too. So a lot of things, I'll put the spouses through a force test, but why not put the kids through a mini force evaluation? You know what I mean? Like, why not have a little, some mini sandbags and have the kids do what their parents do, right? So I'm totally open to that. And I'd love to be able to do that. Yeah. So next time I'm at a location, and the families, the coordinators know that I'm coming there, reach out a few weeks in advance, and let's plan something. Let's do something for not only the spouses but for the kids as well.
Definitely, they would love that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be so fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so much fun.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So when families want to get more involved, when they have those questions, when they want to find out what those monthly challenges are, you mentioned already about the Calf Connection webpage, and the Facebook group. We want to make sure that our families are accessing those and being able to find out about our challenges and stuff like that. So any of those families that want to get involved more or want to find out more, we just contact either Todd or any of your coordinators in your location. They'd be able to help you with that. When it comes to getting involved and having, those articles for the newsletters and stuff, when you do, the Spouses Stay Fit and the member profiles and stuff like that, you usually reach out for those as well. Is there a best way, like if somebody wanted to, after listening today, to get involved and maybe, do one of those articles or have that spotlight, is there a best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, communication has always been my challenge, right? It's always been a struggle, and I'm always trying to find ways to engage and reach out. I mean, with social media, it's it should be fairly easy, but people are so I don't know, so tired, of online communications and whatever else. So I really try not to push it too much. But I mean, yeah, there's lots of different ways to either stay informed or communicate with me. You mentioned the Outcan Fitness Facebook page. That's a great one because I basically post new events on there. So it's basically just basically search Outcan Fitness on Facebook and just follow my page, and you can basically keep track of everything that's going on with respect to fitness, health, recreation. It's kind of it's called Outcan Fitness, but because I've branched out so much, I probably should change it to Outcan Fitness, Sports, Recreation, families and whatever, like it's all encompassing,
It's all
but
encompassing.
yeah, it's all right there. So yeah, definitely the Facebook page is good. I also have so MFS US publishes their newsletter and a weekly uh, social media posts, right?
Yes.
That I do include a couple of posters, one or two posters every week on that. So, for example, the Juniors Rec Month, Joanna just sent that out, so that should be posted to the social media pages. And any kind of new events I put on there, whether it be a fitness training schedule or whatnot, it's out there. You can check out the family fitness section on the MFS US CAF Connection page, and also the fitness at home section on the Outcan Fitness CAF Connection page. So CAF Connection really should be the one-stop.
It's a go-to, one-stop
yeah,
shop.
yeah, exact place to find information. But yeah, either the Facebook or the CAF Connection site. The offset newsletter is a great way to learn and to really kind of to get ideas about what people want, or even just get an idea of what's available out there, what kind of supports are out there for the family. So I encourage you to read the Offset newsletter. That next one's coming out in June. I send that out to all the COs, and I send it out to all the MFS cords as well. So you guys can, I'm sure, you distribute that, to your families.
Social media.
Yeah. But yeah, seriously, like, I guess I also sit down with, right now it's Tammy Kingston at the MFS US Outreach Coffee Hours. So every other Friday. Today I missed it. This is my week, but I missed it this week. But yeah, I sit down there. And it's a great way for me to communicate, to hear what's going on with the families and some of their challenges and stuff. And I learn a lot. About maybe what kind of supports I can offer, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good way to connect with them. So that's a good way. Perfect. If you want to come talk to me and face to face, join in on this coffee hours. It's 1300 hours, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on every Friday. I generally get in every other week on those. But yeah, just reach out to me. You can call me. You can send me an email, circa.todd@cfmws.com. And yeah, you can pick up the phone and call me. Like I'm so open to hearing comments, feedback. I really need to know what people want. I did create a survey, which didn't get a lot of return. So if you do see a survey, whether it be, PSP or joint PSP MFS US, please, take the 5 minutes or so to fill out that survey so that I know what the families want, because then I can, I can tailor services to that, right? Because I think I know what people would like, but it's better when I hear from them directly, right?
Exactly. It's so nice when people share their needs, because then programs can be created if need be, or they can be, switched around or tailored towards what the current needs of certain communities are. So it's so nice when people do complete those surveys to help our service providers help themselves, basically.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it's sure.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Any final comments or information you want to share before we finish off for today?
Yeah, no, I just again, I want to thank you and the rest of the families for doing what you guys do, because I know a lot of the time that you don't get the accolades and the thanks that you deserve. So I do really, truly, I'm just not saying that to say, but I really do appreciate all the challenges and everything that you do go through for your CAF spouses. So thank you for that. And really just reach out to me. Honestly, I'm open. I'm not a scary PSP guy. Like PSP sometimes have a bit of a bad rap, because it's like, okay, the members only see us sometimes once a year, and that's usually when they're doing their PT tests, and sometimes we have to fail them, right? That's part of the job. But no, I'm very open, and I'm really, really, really excited to work with the families and the kids, and I'm really excited about the recreation program that's coming in. So I really hope that the families are open to that. And please give me some feedback. I've got about 10 ideas for kits, but if you've got an idea for a kit, please let me know, because if you're thinking it, I'm sure there's other people that are thinking about it as well.
Definitely.
And I think it's a great way just to give people an opportunity to try something new. Maybe someone's never grown a plant, or grown their own tomatoes or something like that, right? I think it's just a great opportunity for people to learn and to try new things, especially when it's outdoors. I'm a big outdoors person, so a lot of the initiatives that I will come up with will be outdoors thing, because some people are a little intimidated with the outdoors. Sometimes their kids aren't so great. I mean, my daughter doesn't like redhead, not good in the sun. But we try to get them outside for a little bit and enjoy. So just reach out to me. I'm here for you.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Todd. We are so appreciative for all you do for our communities. What an amazing introduction to all of the possibilities available to all of our U.S. Outcan families, especially those of us here in the U.S. We cannot thank you enough for all you do, and you are so open to new ideas and new things to try. So we are very thankful for that. If any of our listeners would like to learn more about how PSP or Todd specifically can help you, while you're on Outcan, please head over to our CAF Connection website. The address is cafconnection.ca/United States. And you can go to our Programs and Services tab and find Healthcare and Wellness, then Family Fitness. Todd, thank you so much once again for the work that you do. We love that you are here to help our families develop and reach their healthy lifestyle goals. Thank you all for listening to another episode of MFS US Connects. Have a great day, everyone.